All right, for the highlight today, I want to bring up this chart, just the 4 PNF on big orders that send out levels of potential support resistance. But I also want to talk about, this is the entire day. I want to talk about the moment where pretty bullish to go up to the mid 80s. And then we had a zone up here. Let me pull this away. We had a zone up here. You don't see it on this chart. One of Dave's zones. And I was a little skeptical of it working, to be honest. And we had all the makings of it gonna work. You had big buyers. You had all that. You had shorts puking. And so there was a moment like in here, I said, well, if it's going to work, it's got to work soon, or can't let it test 86. And it didn't. So it ended up working for those who might have sold it. And that's fine. But the key to this looks like a big move from here to here, but it's only about 5 points down. Okay. Here's the key. You could stay bullish even if you think it's going to come off. And you could stay bullish in here, even in here. But once you come in and see all the rotations here, there, and there, as we approach it, what I had said right in here was you got to be careful having too rigid of a bullish bias in the short term, because how many times are they going to hold this without trying to navigate and seeing what's below it? And so once they got through it, that's exactly what happened. It picked up a little steam. It came back to it, right? No coincidence there. And then continued on before it found what we had as support down there with all the makings of longs puking and shorts, or selling rather, getting stuck. Big selling getting stuck. And you could see a little bit of it in there. I'm not going to open up this chart, but you also, and what you don't see on this chart, there were some longs that finally said uncle, or a lot of them towards the bottom there. Not that it's easy to just buy it. Life is good. We're going to rally. It's just, that's how you're trying to follow. So you're not fighting a move lower, you're fading a move lower. And I still don't have problems with people that might have bought it in here. But if you bought it in here and you didn't realize that, and that's one of the values of being in a good room, making you aware of something that should be obvious to the rest of the market, but isn't. And that is, it's going to be hard to bounce from there again. And I think that what's really important is trying to follow what other people are doing so you don't get trapped with them. And also doing yourself a favor that when you're wrong, you don't have to feel like it's the end of the world. In fact, you don't even have to use that word. If you're bullish, where are you not bullish anymore? So you're not necessarily right or wrong. Your opinion changes for the right reason. Always remember, you're trading something that's constantly changing its opinion. So why wouldn't you be allowed to while interacting with it? You're trading something that's constantly changing its opinion. Why wouldn't you be able to when you're interacting and predicting it? It's changing its mind from being, bullish as it rallied all the way up to here, to bearish as it started to digest some of the valet of Donald Trump, of President Trump having the virus. No, he doesn't. And it comes back. So it's like, listen, it's changing its mind. It has a right to do it. So do you. Don't think that, oh, it sucks being wrong, because then it will suck being wrong. Then you're going to stay in an opinion and be too stubborn to get out of it. And so that's the highlight of today. Knowing when, be careful being long and where that moment is so you could read a chart properly. Subscribe to this channel, but also keep yourself safe. We'll see everybody tomorrow.